Our next guest, Mitchell Briggs, Steeplechase star, and his wife may be the first ever couple to both qualify for nationals in the same event. We're still doing the research on that, but my goodness, Mr. and Mrs. Steeplechase, as Mitchell mentioned to us, that came into Studio B. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
You said to me during the break, well, we both kind of expected to be there, but now that it has come to fruition, like, what is the reality like for you and your wife?
It was, when I crossed that line, Christy had already raced before I did. She was like 30 minutes before. So I'm already super excited. I'm like, at least I'm going to go watch and be there. But I love to be there and also participate. So when I crossed that line and I knew I qualified, it was like a dream come true. Seeing, just like visualizing us there together to race, and now it's coming to truth. We were super excited to be both going to nationals.
Now, you served your mission in Mexico City, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so when we have athletes that come into the show and they've served a mission, some like football, basketball, it's hard for them to do things that kind of replicate their sport on their missions. For you as a runner, I assume you were probably able to do more of that in Mexico City, and how hard was it because of elevation, pollution, and things like that?
So they say when you're in Mexico City, it's like smoking a pack of cigarettes a day, just breathing the air. But what I did was I took my 2 years of just no running as a complete joy, because I was like, I'm going to be running 4 years after this. That's a lot of miles. That's a lot of left turns on the track. And then when I had about 3 weeks left in my mission, I was like, maybe I should start running, because I was about 20 pounds overweight.
Okay.
So I got some sandals on, and I'd run back and forth on my porch. And that's what I did.
On your porch?
Yeah.
Now, that's an interesting training regime, Mitchell. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently it worked. It started the train in the right direction.
They were Crocs, so they fit well,
Training in Crocs. How often do you train in Crocs now?
Never. I never do that.
On your porch in Mexico
Just
City.
running back at 10 feet at a time.
Hey, that's what we do. Okay, so you and your wife, Christy, headed to the legendary Hayward Field in Oregon. What are your expectations? We've been talking about expectations all day. What are your expectations for what you and your wife are going to do at that iconic venue?
I don't know. Like, it would be nice if we finished the exact same, because then there's no, like, I'm just a little bit better than you for the rest of my life. But I think she is the better runner. So I have some great high expectations for her. I think she can be first-team All-American. And I'd love for myself to make it to the final and get a chance to be first-team All-American.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're in the final 8, you are first-team All-American, correct?
Yeah, they bring 12 to the final.
12, okay,
so
okay.
8 will be first team, and then there'll be 4 guys that will be second team that are in the final. So
very cool.
Love to make the final, and then first-team All-American would be a dream come true for both of us, I think.
All right, well, you just mentioned it. How competitive do the two of you get?
We get real competitive. In sports, like running, we want the best for each other because we don't race at the same time. But when we're playing board games, you don't want to win. Like, comments will be made, like, you're being mean, like, you made that move because you knew you were going to win. We play this game called Blockus, and the winner cleans up. Winner gets the treat and has to, like, feed it to the person that lost.
Okay, so
the person that
loser
loses
cleans everything up.
is a bad loser. I mean, they're on the floor like, I'm going to take a nap. Like, give me my 30 minutes. Like,
You get the silent treatment, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Both of us give it to each other.
Bring
Like,
me a goblet of something cool and refreshing.
I feel guilty for beating Christy in board games, but I want to win, so I try and
Do
do
you
my
really, as she's feeding you ice cream or whatever it is?
best. It's bittersweet.
That is fantastic. Now, your wife, Christy, ran a 10:18:39 in the steeplechase. She finished 9th, obviously qualified for nationals. When you have conversations with her about preparing for that, what are those like? I mean, what are the discussions like when you're talking specifically about the event that you're going to run?
What's nice is we both do the same exact event, which there's a lot of great, like, couples that are like Mormon that do sports here, but not many do the same exact event. So, like, I feel her pain, she feels my pain in races. And we kind of play off each other's strengths when we're getting into race mode. She freaks out about the little things. Like, she's like, my ankle hurts, or I don't know if I'm ready. Like, and I freak out about how I do in my race. So she helps me like in race what I should be thinking, and I help her like, don't freak out about the little things before you start your race. Like, she's an excellent racer, so I don't know, I really enjoy watching her do her thing out there.
So, of all the things you could do, you chose steeplechase.
Yeah.
Why was that for you?
That's a great question. When you're a freshman at BYU, we go to a cross country camp in August, and we play softball a lot.
Okay.
So we run, eat, play softball, and sleep. That's all we do at camp. And Coach Eystone will look at the freshmen in softball, and if you're pretty athletic in softball, he's like, hey, you got a shot at the steeple. Because the steeple takes a little bit of coordination, and a lot of track athletes are out there because they're not coordinated enough in other things. So I grew up playing baseball, basketball, and so I had some coordination, played well in softball my freshman year, had some home runs, had good stats for the team. And so my coach Eystone came up to me. He's like, I think you're going to be good at the steeple. Came out my freshman year, loved it, and then just have kept doing it till now. So
It all began with softball.
Yes,
It really
owe it
did.
all to softball.
And
we
you helped-
challenged the
yeah.
softball team, slow pitch softball, to a game.
Look, it takes a lot to make Ed Eystone cry. You helped do that by becoming one of the 15 to get to nationals.
Yes.
Headed to Hayward Field in
It's-
Eugene, Oregon.
It's kind of a joke on our team because if you can make him cry, it means you made an impact. He's seen a lot of impressive things, so it was great to see him
Pretty
get
cool
emotional.
stuff. Mitchell, we'd love for you to sign our stretch wide flag before you leave Studio B, and let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma for the steeplechase.
Awesome, thank you.
Very cool. Mr. Steeplechase, Mitchell Briggs, and his wife, Mrs. Steeplechase, Christy, will run at Nationals in Oregon. They now have the BYU Sports Nation karma.